Hello, everyone. Ready for another deep dive here on Deep Dive? Super ready. Today, we're going to explore the latest news from Openai.
It looks like they're trying to shake up the tech market, right?
That's right. And you guys sent us some amazing material to analyze, huh? Episode 8 of the EA Master Podcast from December 10th, 2024.
Wow, this episode is packed with explosive information. OpenAI is keeping an eye on giants like Google, even the phone carriers.
Exactly. We've picked 3 topics to uncover today. A possible Chrome killer, partnership of Starlink with T-Mobile for satellite communication in emergencies, and the operator. It's an AI that promises to go way beyond chatbot, forming complex tasks autonomously. Wow, so much stuff. Let's start then. This so-called Chrome killer. What fascinated me was that, instead of showing a bunch of result pages, gives you the direct answer.
It really changes everything about how we search for information online, right? But what caught my attention was the impact this could have on Google. They dominate the browser market with Chrome. That's true. And the AI Justice Department is already investigating Google for a possible monopoly.
Yeah. Seems like OpenAI might be arriving just in time to challenge that dominance, right?
For sure.
But what? Is Google just going to sit back?
No way. They're also heavily investing in AI with Gemini, their chatbot.
It looks like we're witnessing the beginning of an artificial intelligence war.
It's very possible. Google is already feeling the pressure and launched ChatGPT, which also gives direct answers with citations from sources.
Interesting. It's like having a personal researcher at your disposal.
That's right.
But is that enough to dethrone Chrome, which has millions of users, and Google backing it up?
It's hard to say for sure, but OpenAI is growing fast, with over 250 million users per week on ChatGPT.
Wow.
The idea of browsing without ads, focused on what the user needs, is really appealing.
Undoubtedly.
And OpenAI's partnership with Apple, integrating their technology into iPhones and Macs, shows that they want to establish themselves in the market.
And there are rumors they're negotiating with Samsung.
Yeah, if that happens, it's going to be a hard blow for Google, the Android world.
Just imagine you open the browser, and instead of typing what you want, you just ask, and then the AI responds.
No more wasting time with ads and links that lead nowhere.
Yeah, it really changes everything about how we interact with the internet. But let's change the subject now.
Let's go.
How about talking about the partnership between Starlink and T-Mobile? The idea of using a cell phone to communicate via satellite in disaster areas is brilliant.
It's technology that can save lives, right? Just imagine being isolated, with no cell signal because of a hurricane, and you can send a message asking for help via satellite.
Wow, what a relief.
The FCC has already authorized the service, at least for now, for areas affected by Hurricanes Elaine and Milton in Zua.
What an amazing news. But from what I understand, it's still a limited service, right? It only works for T-Mobile customers in some countries.
Yeah, it's still pretty limited, but the potential is huge. Imagine a future where we can communicate via satellite anywhere in the world.
It would be revolutionary. But explain something to me. How does this technology work in practice?
Instead of using cell towers, which can be damaged in disasters, the phone connects directly to a SpaceX satellite.
Got it.
The connection isn't super fast, but it's enough to send text, messages, and your location.
That makes sense. And do you think that, in the future, this technology could replace phone carriers?
It's a possibility, right? Traditional carriers rely on very expensive physical infrastructure. Satellite communication could be a cheaper alternative, especially in remote areas or those affected by disasters.
It seems that phone carriers need to keep an eye on this new technology. But for now, the important thing is that it already provides a vital means of communication in emergencies.
Definitely. And speaking of innovative technologies, how about we dive into the operator, OpenAI's AI, which promises much more than just chatbots.
Got it. What blew me away was Operator's ability to handle complex tasks on its own, planning a whole trip, managing a company's workflow.
It's like having a super smart personal assistant.
Exactly. The key here is autonomy, right? It doesn't just answer questions. It carries out complex processes with minimal human intervention.
It's a huge leap compared to the chatbots we're used to.
But what if the operator makes a mistake? Who takes responsibility?
That's a valid concern. But OpenAI assures that the operator was designed with layers of security and control mechanisms to ensure it operates within limits.
I got it. But I still feel a bit apprehensive about giving so much power to a machine, you know.
Yeah, we're stepping into uncharted territory. Artificial intelligence is evolving quickly, and we need to be ready to deal with the challenges and opportunities it brings.
True, the operator is just one example of what's to come.
Exactly. And we're back for the second part of our dive into the world of artificial intelligence.
That's right. In the first part, we explored the latest news from OpenAI, including the Chrome killer, the partnership between Starlink and T-Mobile, and of course, the operator.
It's this AI that promises to revolutionize the way we handle complex tasks.
Exactly. We saw that the operator plan trips, manage workflows, and much more.
A lot.
But what got me curious was its potential in areas like healthcare and education, and even in emergency management.
Wow, that's true. The possibilities seem endless.
Endless. Imagine the operator helping doctors diagnose diseases by analyzing tests with precision.
And even helping to develop new treatments.
It would be an incredible advancement for medicine.
Everything?
And in education, huh? How could the operator be used?
It could be a virtual personalized tutor, adapting the content and the learning pace for each student.
It's like having a personal AI tutor, available 24/7.
Exactly.
But thinking about it, wouldn't teachers be worried about this AI taking their jobs?
It's a valid concern, but I think the operator can be seen as a complement to teachers' work,
I don't know.
freeing them from repetitive tasks and allowing them to focus on the more human aspects of education.
Like mentoring and the social-emotional development of students?
That's right.
That makes sense. And in emergency management, how could the operator help?
In situations of natural disasters, for example, the operator could analyze data in real time, identify risk areas,
Wow.
optimize escape routes, and coordinate rescue teams.
It would be a powerful tool to save lives and minimize damage.
Totally.
As an expert, do you see any other sector where the operator could have a positive impact?
For sure. The operator has huge potential for scientific research. Scientific research. It can help analyze large data sets, identify patterns, and formulate hypotheses, speeding up discoveries in various fields of knowledge.
It's amazing how artificial intelligence is opening doors for advancements in so many different fields.
It's impressive.
But with all this power in its hands, OpenAI needs to be careful about ethical issues.
Undoubtedly. We already talked about this in the first part, but it's worth emphasizing that OpenAI needs to ensure that the operator is used responsibly and transparently. After all, we're talking about an AI with the autonomy to make decisions that can have real consequences in people's lives.
That's true. And how do they plan to do that?
They say they are developing the operator with strict ethical principles, incorporating control mechanisms to avoid biases and discrimination. In addition, they promise to conduct constant testing and audits to ensure the safety and reliability of the AI.
It's good to know that they're taking these issues seriously. But, in practice, how can we ensure that the operator isn't used for negative purposes?
That's true. Government regulation and public debate about the limits of AI are essential to ensure that this technology is used for the good of society.
Society as a whole needs to be engaged in this discussion so we can shape a future where AI is a positive force for humanity.
For sure.
And speaking of responsibility, we saw that OpenAI is also concerned about the environmental impact of the operator, encouraging the use of renewable energy to power this technology.
They recognize that the development of AI needs to be sustainable. It doesn't make sense. Create innovative solutions if we're destroying the planet in the process, right?
Of course not. But beyond the environmental issue, there are other challenges that need to be faced for the operator to be accessible to everyone.
One of the big challenges is to ensure that the operator is inclusive, that it is developed with the diversity of the world's population in mind, avoiding cultural or linguistic biases. After all, AI needs to represent the plurality of society, right?
Absolutely. But what about the issue of access to technology? How can we ensure that the operator isn't just a privilege for big companies and healthy countries?
It's essential for OpenAI to work on democratizing access to the operator, making it available for small businesses, indigenous people, governments, and communities around the world.
Just imagine the positive impact this technology could have in developing countries.
Helping to solve social problems, promote equality, and improve people's lives.
Yes, amazing. Is Openai already doing something in this regard?
Yes, they mentioned that they're seeking collaboration with other companies, universities, and research institutions to drive innovation and ensure that the operator is a powerful and versatile tool, accessible to a wide audience.
What an exciting piece of news. And speaking of news, we saw that the operator is in the testing phase and will be launched initially in January as a research preview.
That's right.
What can we expect from this initial phase?
I believe we're going to see a creativity explosion, with developers from all over the world exploring the features of the operator and creating innovative solutions for various sectors.
It's like we're opening a technological Pandora's box, right? Full of possibilities and challenges.
That's right.
Yeah, the peak of AI promises to be exciting. But for now, let's focus on the present and keep exploring the operator and its amazing features. After all, we still have a lot to discover about this AI that promises to revolutionize the world.
And to wrap up this second part of our deep dive, let's open the floor for questions from our listeners. What do you want to know about the operator? Leave your questions in the comments and we'll answer them in the next and final part of our program.
That's right. Send us your questions, your opinions, your fears, and your expectations regarding the operator. We want to know what you think about this new era of artificial intelligence. And we're back for the last part of our deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence.
In the previous parts, we explored the latest news from OpenAI, including the Chrome killer, the partnership between Starlink and T-Mobile, and of course, the operator, the AI that promises to revolutionize the way we handle complex tasks. Now, we're going to answer some questions that you, our listeners, sent in about the operator. The first question is from João. What are the limits of the operator? Is there anything it can't do?
Good question, John. The operator is a powerful tool, but it's important to remember that it's still a machine. It needs to be programmed and fed with data to work.
Yeah, it doesn't have the ability to think for itself, right?
That's right. It doesn't have creative insights or make decisions outside the parameters set by the developers.
The second question is from Maria. How can we be sure that the operator won't be used for malicious purposes, like manipulating people or invading privacy?
Maria, that's a concern we all should have. Opera.ai says it's committed to developing safe and ethical AI. They are implementing control mechanisms to prevent abuse and ensure user privacy. But in the end, the responsibility is on all of us. Governments, companies, society as a whole.
That's true. We need a public debate about the ethical limits here.
For sure.
And what about laws and regulations that protect society from its possible risks?
I'm running in doubt.
The next question is from Pedro. The operator is going to take away jobs. What will happen to the people who work in areas that can be automated?
That's a complex question, Pedro. It's a fact that automation is already replacing some jobs, and with AI, this process could intensify. But I believe that technology also creates new opportunities. This process could intensify, but I believe that technology also creates new opportunities. The operator and other AIs can free people from repetitive and dangerous tasks, allowing them to focus on more creative and strategic activities that require social and emotional skills.
That's true. The key is adaptation. We need to invest in education and training for the jobs of the future so that people are prepared for the new demands of the job market.
Exactly.
And the last question is from Anna. How can I learn more about the operator and keep up with its developments?
Anna, OpenAI has a website, a blog, where they publish information about the operator and other AI technologies. They also hold events and webinars to showcase the news.
Cool.
And discuss the implications of artificial intelligence.
And we here at Deep Dive will keep a close eye on the development of the operator.
For sure.
And bringing all the relevant information to you.
Artificial intelligence has huge potential to transform the world, and we want you to be informed and ready for this new era.
That's right, everyone. We've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence. We hope you enjoyed our analysis of the latest news from OpenAI.
And don't forget to keep following the deep dive for more information and analysis on the latest trends
And technological innovations.
Until next time.
Thanks.